Meh. Sorry. It's a wake-up call to your sheep. No. I'm gonna listen back to that and I'm gonna hate how that sounded there when I just like press my lips into that sheep. No, that's I don't know. I don't know, dude. Sorry. Trying to remember. So let's see. What happened? There was... Well, I mean, there's some things to talk about Cyberpunk. There's things to talk a little bit about Star Citizen. Shoot. There is Minecraft. There is also Owl House. I don't know. I don't know. There is one thing also. Okay, and random thing. Follow along with me here, okay? Okay. So I saw a video from a dude who is talking about medical stuff. I'm not gonna go into explicit detail here, but dude had herpes and was talking about it. Was like, oh, you know, this thing actually, it's sort of this really just giant stigma around this thing that's kind of unnecessarily big. Like, it's not a good thing to have, but you know, it's not necessarily the end of the world. And then he was like, oh, also by the way, you know, there's you know, genital herpes, and then there's also mouth herpes, which is basically like a cold sore on your lip. And by the way, like apparently 90% of the population has mouth herpes, as it's transmitted orally through like kissing and stuff. Yeah, let's do that.
Which one do you prefer? Come back.
So sorry. So I get cold sores, and I'm like, you know, I'm not sure if this actually is, you know, that mouth herpes that I've heard about. And then I look at the thing that my mom gave to treat me, and it's called herpensin. Yeah, herpesin L. I wonder. And it's also like, honestly, like it's just like like an inflammation of the lips, and I don't even feel it.
Excuse me. My name is Leanne.
Unless I mess with it, but you know, so I don't know. Just an interesting thought that, like,
I'm counting on you.
you know, this one thing that has this giant stigma around it, and it's actually not really that bad. And also, by the way, there's people do have it in this form, and a lot of people have it in this form, but not a lot of people talk about it. You know, I don't know. Just an interesting thing to think about. And now I'm gonna feel bad for whatever thing I try to transition into talking to, because how do you continue on from that? And I guess like this. So Owl House Season 3, Episode 1 came out. Thanks to them, I believe was the title of the episode. Now, Owl House, if you don't know, a story about a girl losing a CETA, I believe. Yeah. yeah, she finds a doorway into another realm and becomes the warden of Ida the Owl Lady. At some point, she gets stuck and has to find a way to fix the portal back. And then, well, let's just say she ends up going back with the love of her life that she found in the demon realm, Amity Blight, and friends. And let's just say they get back to the human realm in less than ideal circumstances. The things they left behind, they left things behind in a bad state. They didn't really want to leave either, but they ended up leaving. The bigger thing to know is that season 1 and season 2. Well, for one thing, this was released on the Disney Channel, not on Disney Plus, and apparently it goes to Disney Plus like a month after the episode airs, which sucks. And is definitely the reason the show did not do as well as it should have, because it's an amazing show. Season 3, I don't want to spoil anything, but season 3 did not get renewed for a season in the same way, for another season in the same way. Instead of, say, 12 episodes or 20 episodes or whatever, it got 3 40-minute episodes. Which, might sound like, oh, that's a good amount. But I think actually that's like basically just, 6 episodes. So like, actually kind of like half of season 1. And they're trying to cram all of this beautiful, beautiful show into like half a season. So, episode 1 of season 3 was amazing. I loved it. The only things I would complain about, which are conveniently the things that aren't really spoilery, is basically that. Just, like, I would have loved to see this fleshed out, and it's not like, oh, they're obligated to do this. This is what they had to do because this is the only way that they could do this. So, naturally, is me being a shape-shifting rabbit raccoon thing. The shapeshifter gets her own form, or she has her own form that she puts on, as a means of, like, it is her form. It's not supposed to be anybody else. She's not imitating anybody. She's, putting on a form that is representative of her and, is expressing herself. Which was just one very quick scene, but I feel like could have been, if not an entire episode, like a really good part of a really good subplot, like an entire B story. In fact, of an episode, I think, and maybe of all of the thing, and there are things like that, definitely. But yeah, I mean, it's super amazing. It's super great. Representation is good also. We knew Luz was bi for a while, but we didn't. But that was from the creator saying that, like, on Twitter and Reddit. Season 1, it's in the opening. It's pretty blatant. It's like, yep. If it wasn't obvious that she had a girlfriend, which, bi and lesbian are two different things, of course. So, But also they also have a non-binary character who is so subtle. Like the hint is so subtle. Like her fingernails are just painted non-binary colors, and then also her her fingers are non-binary colors, and thumb is also black. I don't know if that means anything. But yeah, of course,
Then see you later.
I don't know if there is actually any canon asexual character in the Owl House, but it's amazing. I'm super excited for the rest of it. I'm just a little sad that it's not getting quite the send-off it deserves. But hey, we got 2 more episodes. We got 2 more 40-minute episodes. Got 80 minutes left. I think it's going to be a good 80 minutes. All right? I think it's going to be real good. Something to look forward to, definitely.